It's been a month. Tell me about your experience with TMS. What are you noticing?
So my sleep has improved immensely. One of the things that I came in for was I was not sleeping. I have never been able to have consistent sleep. So like most of the time I got 3 to 4 hours of sleep.
Wow.
Now I'm consistently sleeping about like 6 to 8 hours. And that has been such a big change for me because that has really improved just my day of life.
Wow.
Another thing that's been really nice is that I've been on medication for sleep for, I don't even know, like the last 3 years. And now I'm like able to calm myself down so much that I can fall asleep without even having to take the medication. Like I'm not even having to rely on it, which is just like amazing. So
That is really.
yeah.
So when did you start noticing a difference in sleep?
About halfway through my session, so I noticed that it started to get better, and so like I was starting to sleep throughout the night, and then towards the end of the sessions, it was like more consistent. It wasn't something that was just like here and there. It was like this is actually how my life is going to be now.
And so it's been about a month since you finished.
Mm-hmm.
So that halfway through would have been about week 4. So, because it's about 8 weeks. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's been a month. And so it's been basically 2 months
Yeah.
of good sleep.
Yeah.
What's that like for you?
I have energy. I'm able to do things that I like more, so I go to the gym more consistently. I've been able to do hikes more than I want to.
Or more than you used to want to?
Yeah, I'm less irritable. I'm able to like do things after work that I want to do, which is nice. Like I feel like I actually have the energy to do things that I enjoy after like a long day, which I wouldn't be able to do before. I would come home from work and just be so exhausted that the only thing I could do was just like sit on my couch and not do anything social or active.
What about the depression?
My depression has gotten a lot better, which is great. I'm feeling like one of the things I had was a lot of like intrusive thoughts, which has been so much better. I don't have like it constantly going through my head. I've been able to, experience just like more joy and more happiness, which is cool.
Did we give you the OCD pulse for the intrusive thoughts?
I believe so.
Let me take a look real quick because I
don't
should have looked
remember.
before we did this. I don't have it right here. You got the one in the center?
I think so.
Okay, well then, so we went after those intrusive thoughts. And they're better?
Oh yeah.
They've relaxed? How long did it take for that to change?
I would say it was pretty early on. I want to say it was like the first 2 weeks I started to see like a decrease.
And do you still get them, or what's it like now?
I still get them here and there, but it's not as like prominent in my head.
Okay.
It's like something that I can like let go of, which is not something that I've been able to do beforehand.
So it's not interfering with your life?
No.
Do you think they were before?
Oh, for sure.
Like what would happen? I mean, you don't have to tell me what they are.
It was all I could focus on. It was just like really straining, like really like draining on like my life and not being able to feel like I had a lot of control over what I was thinking about, which was very difficult to do, especially when I'm trying to like actively do things to like make myself better by like, going to therapy and doing traditional things, but
Right.
I wasn't really seeing a ton of progress.
Wow. So you would get these intrusive thoughts and they would kind of derail you?
Yeah.
And then you couldn't let them go?
Mm-hmm.
And now you get them just now and then?
Mm-hmm. Now and then, and I'm like able to let them go.
That's a big result. What else have you noticed? Tell me more about the depression and the anxiety.
Anxiety has been a lot better. I've been able to like have more, I think, flexibility in my schedule. One of the things was really hard is I really needed to have things planned out and needed to know every minute of my day, and if something changed, that would really give me a lot of just anxiousness.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been able to like do things that I haven't done before, where it was like I see something and I'm like, oh, that seems like a good event that's happening online, and like be able to go same day and not worry about it. Even just being like more spontaneous is something which is nice. And also, I think when things have gone not my way or wrong, I'm not dwelling on it as much. I'm able to move past it.
So you can let things go.
Yeah.
So you're more flexible, like you said.
Yeah.
That's nice. And then what about just being conscious of feeling anxious? Do you feel like you're less anxious?
I feel like I'm a lot less anxious, and then I feel like I'm like a lot more okay with it. Like if it does happen, I'm not so hard on myself if it happens.
Good. Do you feel like you're less living in your head, maybe a little more in the present?
Yes.
What's that like?
It's weird.
Can you give me an example? Is there a time where you noticed, wow, I'm really enjoying this, I'm really doing this, versus monitoring it?
Yeah, I think like family events have been really nice. I've been able to just like be more present in them rather than feeling like I have to like constantly like try to pull myself out of my own head to try to be social. I think it's like very big one where I've like just been able to enjoy my time and be able
That's
to
nice.
like just feel present and not have to like constantly like try to pull it out of me to be like, this is a good experience, try to be happy, you know?
Here I am at a family event. I'll try and like this. So you're actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
I like that. And the depression, so it sounds like you're more engaged
Yes.
and you're doing more things.
Mm-hmm.
What about when you wake up? What's that like compared to how it used to be?
When I wake up, I have like energy and I can just like go about my day. I think when I used to wake up before, I used to like wake up with like so much dread that I was like, okay, I have to like set my alarm X amount of time so that way I can just kind of like sit and really try to like motivate myself to like get up, which is nice, which is something I didn't notice right away. Like I was something that was like just sort of happening, and then I realized like, oh, I'm getting up at the same amount of time, but I'm ready and like able to go to work early or do things. It's not taking as much time to like, I just get up and do it, which is not what it was like before. I would be like get up and then just kind of like sit there and be like, okay, and like talk myself and be like, this is what's gonna happen throughout the day. I can do it. Even if I feel like crap, I know I can do it, but I don't have to do that as much anymore. I just like get up and like go about my day. I don't have to think about it.
You don't have to talk yourself into getting up.
Yeah.
Has anybody around you noticed a difference?
Yeah.
What have they said or noticed?
So like my partner's noticed a big difference. Like the main thing that she's noticed is like my sleep. I'm not walking up throughout the night. I'm actually sleeping more rested. That was like the first thing that they noticed. I'm close with like my siblings, and so I see them pretty frequently, and they started to notice that like I was more like they said like overall I just seemed healthier, like I seemed happier. They said like they were like, I don't know what you're doing, but it's doing good. Like
Really?
they seemed that I seemed happier, and that I seemed like just I had more life in me, like more energy.
Does it feel that way to you?
Yeah, I
More
feel
life.
a lot more life.
And how, anything else? I mean, tell me anything else that you know, that you notice.
I think one of the things that I wasn't expecting was like when I feel like bouts of depression or like anxiety, that even though like the things I might be anxious or depressed about still come, that I'm able to let them go in a way that I didn't think was possible. I thought like if I was going to think about certain things or think about being anxious, that it would just be constant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm able to let them go a lot more than I was able to beforehand, which is really nice.
That, and we hear that a lot. So you'll start to feel some negativity coming on, and you don't keep spiraling. You just kind of move past it.
I'll like move past it, or like I'll let myself sit in it for a little bit and then move on, instead of like before feeling it and then be like, this is going to affect like my entire week and I'm gonna have to like really struggle to push to be like present and like do my everyday life.
And now it's like you just don't go there. I mean, you can let it go.
Yeah.
You have more control over where your thoughts go.
I can let it, and then I feel like I can also like allow myself to be, like allow myself to feel sadness, but then also like move on and be like, okay, like I can try to walk away from this and I can try to let myself feel what I'm feeling, but then like move on as well, which
kind
is
of
like,
be done and
kind of be done with it, and not be so hard on myself. I think that was like a big thing. Was
that
like,
I really like.
Was like I would feel depressed and be like, feel guilty about it, almost, about just being like, things are doing good right now, or like I'm doing X, Y, and Z, so I should feel happier. And so I feel like I've been like more compassionate with myself.
I love that.
And being able to just like move forward, allow things to like not like kind of wash over me and then go about my day.
Oh, that's just great. So you're not harsh. There isn't that harsh inner voice.
Yeah.
So you're kinder to yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a lot more kinder to myself.
And do you feel like your mind is just calmer overall?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's a big TMS one.
Yeah.
How was your experience doing it?
It was really nice. I think it was really nice to have the structure of it. I got really used to just like coming here every day, being able to have like that reliability almost. I also work really close, so it was like really nice to just kind of have like a little like nice like relaxing detour.
Sure.
Come in here, like watch the show that I like to watch, and then be able to just like sit and not feel like I have to like constantly be going.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a good way for me to just kind of like make myself pause. I'm not very much, I am more now, but I was not very much of like a let's like sit and like pause for a second or relax.
Yeah, nice. And you feel like you're more that way now?
I think
like you're more aware of giving yourself that space?
I took time off from work for the very first time.
Wow.
In like 6 years.
Wow.
And I was like okay with it, like to be like, this is time that I can just have for myself, rather than before I would never have been able to do that. Like having free time was not something that I enjoyed. I needed to keep myself like going and like keep my mind like on something. I couldn't just like really sit with myself.
Do you feel like you can sit with quiet more now?
Yeah.
You kind of enjoy it, actually?
Yeah.
Good. And your treater was Lise. How was Lise?
She was great. Super nice. It was really nice to have her in there with me, and then like having like the small talk and also like the check-ins, and also to be able to like communicate with someone every single day. It was nice to have that like consistency, and I know I talked to her about the show that I was watching, and also just like life updates, and I think it was like calming.
Yeah.
It was very calming.
Nice. Well, thank you. Anything else you can think of that people should know about TMS or about you?
I think maybe it might be scary, but I'm very glad I did it.
We are too. We're really happy for you.